Okay, I have the intro this time. Don't worry.
All right.
Welcome back. What was that?
That was an ice cold Pepsi Zero, but you keep going.
Hit it, Hutch.
You know what it is now. Boys and girls of the podcast world. Matt and Tyler on the mics. They're gonna stay here until they agree. They're gonna stay here until they agree. Oh, thank you for listening. This show's called Until We Agree. Oh, thank you for listening.
I thought you said you had an intro, and you just bypassed it because I opened a Pepsi Zero so I could enjoy
A little bit
a
offended.
nice, refreshing taste of literally Pepsi Zero while you're speaking.
So typically, since you typically do the intro, I typically do the fade in from the Hutch song. So typically, that's when you would then say, "Welcome back to Until We Agree, the only podcast that keeps you
Welcome back to Until We Agree, the only podcast that
oh yeah, good.
the only podcast that goes until we agree. I'm Matt, and this is with me is
And this is Tyler.
yeah.
Tyler didn't.
We
This
switched
is actually
roles.
this is actually Matt, by the way. Tyler didn't actually do his. He was actually making fun of my vocal warm ups before we started recording, and you'll notice that typically me who stutters.
Do it.
Okay, this is from high school freshman year.
Oh, High School
I
Musical.
was about to say High School Musical. No, I do have to talk. We'll talk later. Okay, so this is how we would warm up in
But yeah, I hope we'll
Theater
talk
1.
later. We got a few minutes here together.
Okay, here we go. You ready? Do you want to do it with me? You know
I'm
it.
ready. I don't
You
know
need
it.
it more than-
I know. You think I learned this?
You
You
should
know
have.
how
That's why you were
unseriously
so.
I took that class.
Yeah, and it shows.
You think I learned this?
Bad
Yeah.
improv, bad acting.
Sit in
bad
solemn
singing.
silence at us. What
Oh.
is it?
Oh yeah. To sit in solemn silence in a dull, dark dock in a pestilential prison with a lifelong lock, awaiting the sensation of a short, sharp shot from a chippy chopper on a big black block. And I'm ready to go. I'm ready to talk.
Well, I'm ready to talk real quick. Something that's not on the agenda.
Yeah,
I
please.
realized I found a hole in the English language today. I was just driving home.
Okay.
And I was thinking about that. You know that those memes where it's like
Bad luck, Brian.
No, not those memes. Like not 2012 memes. Like the ones today, maybe that we've seen.
Okay.
Like the ones that,
They have new
for
memes.
instance,
No
they
way.
have new memes that come out every day. But the one, for instance, that I'm referring to is that one that's like, dark humor is just humor to a twisted individual like me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a picture of some wolf.
Yeah, well, I was
perched
going to
up
say
on a
they
tree.
transform into a wolf in front of your eyes.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, like, funny, but I was thinking the word twisted, right?
Uh-huh.
What's the opposite of the word twisted? And I know everybody's going to say, everybody's thinking right now, straight, right?
Oh, I was going to say
straight.
I was going to say
is-
untwisted
See, but I feel like that's not good enough.
or
Like,
untangled.
we need a word. We need untangled is would be the opposite of tangled, but that's not even good enough. We need a word where you don't just add un.
Can I put you on to what about untwisted though?
Right, we need a word that you don't just put un in front of it.
Okay,
in
but
my
that's
opinion.
that's for like almost every word ever that has like unbelievable, umbrella.
But
That's okay. There's
Okay,
one example.
okay. But no, unbelievable though. There are other words that I feel like do the job of describing something unbelievable.
Like not believable.
Not believable, irrelievable.
Okay.
But you know what I'm saying? Like straight doesn't do it because like the opposite of straight would be bent.
Yeah, like
Or-
something can be twisted, but also like it can be untwisted, but also not totally straight. I think the word you're
Sure.
looking for truly is untwisted. I don't know what to tell you, man.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We have a gap and I feel like this is our chance to. I mean, let's be real. Make history.
Okay.
We get into Webster.
Okay, go ahead. I feel like I feel like you're leading up to something here. So go ahead and do it.
I wish I was. I just thought of this like 15 minutes ago.
Okay, and I think
So
you and
I haven't been able to sit on a word,
Okay.
right? Like think about it. Here, let's ask. You know who we should ask?
it better be Sea Dog.
It is.
I know three people in this world. My wife, Tyler from Until We Agree, and Sea Dog.
What is the opposite of the word Untwisted.
But make sure he's going to give you untwisted first. So go ahead and just get that out of there.
He says straight, untwisted.
Oh.
And then I'm going to say straight doesn't really count in my opinion.
Unwound.
Doesn't count in
Freed.
my opinion. Fair. Yeah, okay. So create a new word that doesn't just put un in front of the original word.
Are you getting angry?
Like an ape.
Can I tell you what I did this weekend?
Yeah, real quick though.
Okay.
Oh, here's some invented opposites that feel natural.
Okay, lay it on me. Oh.
I don't actually even know how to pronounce this one.
Okay, what is it? So it's a word he made
it's
up.
Spelled. Yeah, it seems to be. So it's spelled. We got like 7 of them.
Okay.
It's spelled.
Maybe give me one.
Litheline. So it's either Lithline or Litheline.
Oh, I like Lithline.
And it suggests smooth flowing, not distorted.
Okay.
And then there's also true form, clean, correct shape.
Okay.
Even weave, plain chord, right form, serapath, and clear spun.
I would love to tell you what I did this weekend.
Oh, okay, let's hear it.
Project Hail Mary came out.
Yeah. No spoilers.
No
by the way,
spoilers.
I still haven't seen it.
Yeah.
I just bought tickets today. I'm seeing it on 70mm IMAX at the biggest screen in Texas.
That's going to be good, man.
I'm excited. The biggest screen in Texas.
Dude.
I didn't know that until literally yesterday. Like I got a tweet just popped up of this guy being like, is Project Hail Mary worth seeing on IMAX? And then somebody replied yes. And then he's like, oh, wow, just found out Austin has the biggest screen in Texas. I'm going to go there.
And you know what they say about Texas and size?
I got the last 2 seats.
Okay.
Everything's bigger in Texas.
Right.
So what were you going to say?
It's good, man. I thought I was going to be the only one in the world who liked it, but we're getting close to the point where I think where people do a heel turn on it. Similar to Driver's License by Olivia Rodrigo, where it was so immensely popular that you could only get tired of it. But it is so good. Oh, it is so good. Do Amazon MGM Studios a favor? Go toss them a few bucks. They need it. It's worth your time.
They made that movie?
Well, they bought MGM Studios, and so Amazon.
And right, and so yes,
itself,
and so they are.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos made Project Hail Mary, which is honestly that makes sense because he's kind of obsessed with space with his little company he's got going on.
Amazon, yeah.
Well, the other little company he's got going on, like Blue Horizon. Or
sure, yeah. With Katy Perry, I gotcha. Okay.
Yes, with Katy Perry. Katy Perry is kind of like Ryland Grace, if you think about it.
Yeah, they essentially do the same thing. They change the world by going to space. Can I tell you what else I did this weekend? Okay.
Yeah.
Man, I like your energy today, though. I'm glad
that's
you're here.
by Katy Perry. Extraterrestrial by Katy Perry.
E.T. Yep. I'm there. I'm with you. Waymo.
You're so hypnotizing. Go ahead.
Waymo. More like please no mo. Are you familiar with Waymo?
Do you guys? Yeah, the streets are littered with Waymos down here.
We are in. I think we're in like our final beta phase right now, and so we've gone from like the first ones are, and we happened. They only have access to certain roads. Like they can't go just everywhere. It's mostly like around downtown, but like our area of town, which isn't like even in downtown, happens to be one of the areas that they're allowed to go to. So we see them all the time, just in our little corner. And so they're in like their final beta before they're released to the public, and so they were being driven around by people to like map out their routes for months.
Yours have people in them?
No, not anymore. And so that's how it started. Now they started going empty, but no, you only friends and family can book them right now. Is the status we're in right now.
That's interesting.
I was driving yesterday Sunday around like 7:30 a.m. early. I know, but I got a haircut, by the way. You haven't said anything about it.
I haven't seen it yet, but later when we're on FaceTime for one of our little bits, I will see it.
Okay. I was driving at 7:30 a.m. yesterday, Sunday, and I saw what happened because I saw 2 Waymos yesterday commit just egregious things in front of me.
This is crazy because I was behind a Waymo yesterday, and I'm not even joking. This was probably 7:30 at night, but I was behind a Waymo, and I have a story about it too.
Thank you for not joking about that. But yeah, so
I'm so serious.
No, yeah, I remember now. So what happened first was at 7:30 a.m. I was turning left, and then it was coming from the opposite direction, turning right, and so but for it to turn right, it's in the correct lane, but it puts on its left blinker and then turns right, and then it does that again as I'm behind it. It turns on the right blinker to turn left, and I said that seems wrong, but.
Are you sure you weren't looking at a mirror?
No. I was actually looking through a window of the front of my car. So I saw it with my own
Windshield.
eyes. They went, yes. And so, and so I saw that. And then like 4 hours later, I go get my haircut. And then like 4 hours later, it's like around noon, still coming home now. And so I'm close to home again. And I'm like, it's a straight road. And so like I can see from a pretty far away, like what's happening in front of me. And I notice there's a white car. I'm on the main road. It's coming from an off road at a light, and it's seemingly trying to turn left because it can't go straight. It has to go left or right, and it's in the left lane. And so, well, it should be in the left lane. But I'm like, there's a car in the middle of the road looking like it's trying to turn left. It pulled out all the way into the intersection and then stopped. Like that's where it registered that it should be. That's like where it registered the line being to turn left, and it had its blinker on going the right way, but. I saw 2 Waymos yesterday, and both of them were doing something horribly wrong. And then this morning, like unmanned cars. And then this morning, as I'm going to work, I see another Waymo coming as I'm turning out of my neighborhood. I go, oh no, not again. But there's a person in it. So I think they've regressed in Nashville so badly that they have to bring the people back into them before their big release.
So interesting.
But
why
I'm
do
just so
Waymos
sick of them.
Act like that though? Because
they're not. Yeah.
You would think that if a Waymo here can drive well, that it would be able to sense, even if it's different roads. Because my story is positive about the Waymo.
Oh, okay.
I was behind a Waymo, and we were at a green light, but there was no green left turn signal. And so I was worried that we were about to sit there for a long time.
Sure.
And it actually is, it's 2 Waymos. One's in front of me turning left, and the other one is coming towards us, but also turning left. So I'm like, oh, I wonder how they're going to read this if they see each other's blinkers and know they're turning left.
Uh-huh.
They did.
Wow.
But on the left side, there were pedestrians. So then I'm thinking, I wonder if I'm about to see a murder and who's to blame for this, if so. And it has a little light on the top of it that like acknowledges that it sees you, I guess.
No way.
Because it's like a little green thing that maybe a taxi would have that lights up. But instead of saying taxi, it literally just shows a pedestrian. And so it lit up as it was about to turn, like kind of saying, I see you.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they left, it just turned like normal. Our Waymos are good down here.
Wow. And here's the thing, is Waymo, the company, has nothing but good things to say about their cars. And people are, they're fully bought in, Waymo Corp. But I have yet to see them pull off like correct driving yet. And maybe they just have to like grow up. Maybe they're in their infancy right now in Nashville, and they just have to mature a little bit. But yeah, I'm out on Waymo right now, but I do think surely they have to be held to higher safety standards than the average driver. And so you'd hope that maybe it's like a good thing. But right now, man, they're still figuring some stuff out.
Well, I guess you could say they need Waymo time.
Editor Matt, cut that chuckle out.
All right, tell me about the family.
Okay. This is...
Well, I guess you could say...
What? What? Was that an impression of me?
No, if I was doing an impression of you, I would probably say something like, somebody has to say something funny. I love that kills, and that probably nobody, I mean, I'm sure hardcore listeners remember that moment, but nobody listening to this thinks that's funny.
My rock bottom, my absolute rock bottom. Okay.
Yeah, so go ahead and get me into family.
I learned in the last week that women listen to podcasts like way more than men do. And it shows
Did you say way more or
way more than men do.
That never gets old, by the way. That never gets old.
And so we've shifted our I'm a sea lion.
Oh. That was crazy.
we've shifted our focus on our social media at Until We Agree, and on our podcast, I think, because we get a lot more audience retention and audience drive currently from the female audience. For whatever reason, maybe it be just how handsome we are, maybe it be how appealing we are, or maybe it be because we talk about things that interest them. So my guess right now is it's the third. Last week, we had our second edition of Ladies Night, where we didn't actually talk about that many lady topics, but we always, like I said, we always crush when I talk about kind of the female gaze. I don't think that's right. Yeah,
not
like
the
kind of
Lebanese, right?
Yeah, not the Lebanese, not men, but the female gaze, like what females are like focused on, like overall, like in pop culture and whatnot. So I actually have an offering for you, and we're gonna clickbait the heck out of this title, because it's taking over the world right now. Can I do a Matt's pop culture? This is my first time.
I'm gonna ask you honestly, like, are you okay? And can you do that? Can you continue?
Yeah, I'm okay. This is my first time ever doing a Matt's pop culture corner, and so I got a little bit worked up saying the title. Typically, this is your thing. You're kind of more tuned into pop culture overall.
Absolutely, I am. Yeah.
Yeah, but
I'm sure I've seen whatever this is.
I think you're definitely aware of it, but I think I want to try to explain to you kind of what's been on my mind the last couple of days. So, The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Of Mormon Wives, right? Taylor Frankie Paul, of course, and the whole Scraps Bachelorette season. Yeah,
well, not even that. They released their most recent episode or most recent season last week too, or the week before. And so, how aware are you of the Mormon Wives?
So I've seen the whole first season, I believe.
Oh, have you really?
Okay. Maybe not the whole first season. I remember hearing of it. Maybe I don't remember why or when. If it was before she was announced as the Bachelorette, it was well before that, I think.
Yeah.
But then we did see the first season, and I think the second season was about to come out.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't really watch, but yeah, they're interesting over there.
They're interesting. The reason I want to talk about this, I saw a tweet, and so I'm not going to take credit for this, but I thought it was the funniest description of this show. These Mormon lives, Can I try again?
Oh, you asked me for real? Yes,
yeah, please. Remember my vocal warm up that got me like locked in? I've lost it. But
right, yeah.
These Mormon wives live about the least secret life you can possibly live.
Right. No, they're for sure being filmed at all times.
Can I try to just, I know you have some high level of awareness of what this is, of the show and who the characters are.
I have a 30,000 foot view.
Yeah, but can I maybe just like try to like run it by you?
Back.
Like kind of like give you like a general overview for you and the audience of like my perspective on what this show is and who the people are from the perspective of someone who only kind of watches it sometimes when it's on in the background that my wife is watching, and what she also tells me about when new seasons drop and all the lore that I'm giving.
I would love to hear it.
So here's okay. So The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, Rat Pack, buckle in. So this is a TV show on Hulu. They've released like 5. They're like on season. They're filming season 5 right now. The first season came out, I think, a year ago. I think they churn out seasons at a rate I've never seen. They have a bunch of characters. There's Taylor. And Taylor,
Paul.
Somehow I don't, for whatever reason. Well, okay. First of all, the whole thing is called Mom Talk. It is a bunch of Mormon wives who apparently all got married like after third period when they were in high school to like some guy they were also in school with. Like they all got married like as teenagers is what I'm saying. Mostly to other teenagers.
That's what I was
asking.
Let me
note that. It's like mostly but like it's just like that Mormon culture that like the bubble they're in Utah is like there's a lot of pressure to marry early and also have kids early. So obviously they all have kids. They're the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. Wait. Yeah, they're called they're in Mom Talk. So they're all moms. And they started making TikToks, and that's how it all started. And they've like developed this insane brand.
So wait a second, you're telling me Mom Talk is comprised of moms on TikTok?
Moms on TikTok, yeah, exactly. So Taylor Frankie Paul, I can't tell you why, but for some reason she's like the unofficial but also fairly official head that they all acknowledge is the head of Mom Talk. And before everything started with everything else, she had like this crazy like affair situation where she was like swinging and all this stuff, and like this is after having kids, and like she's gone through all these different relationships.
And by
there's
swinging,
been, like,
you're talking about
like swinging,
like swinging in terms of fists? Because I know is that
well, that's
common,
also
or
part of
is
it.
this-
Like
this is swinging in terms of like,
in terms
hey,
of
we saw
hey,
you from across the room.
Yeah. So
That's
it's
what,
frankly,
we
it's
liked your vibe.
Taylor, frankly, Paul. It's all of them. She swings all over the place, and so that's like kind of the most recent development. So there's Taylor. Taylor somehow is the leader of them all, and then there's Whitney, and Whitney is kind of on her own journey now, because she seems to be the one who's most talented. But I actually was introduced to Whitney well before I even like knew Brittany, my wife, who watches the show. Whitney went viral years ago, and it may have been like around the start of Mom Talk and like their like monetization. And so she had a baby who was like having like she gave birth, and like the days leading like after giving birth, she posted this TikTok where she was crying and also like dancing the renegade over her sick baby, explaining what's wrong with her sick baby.
Yes, I remember that.
Yes, that's her. And she's done like all these like crazy things since then. Not like crazy like in like she's like insane. She seems to be one of the more level-headed ones. But she's kind of on her own path now, because I think she's kind of outgrown the Secret Lives of Mormon Wives situation. She was on Dancing with the Stars. She's on Broadway now. I think she's like going to be in movies soon. So that's her. And then there's Jen, who also was on Dancing with the Stars the same season as Whitney. And Jen's big claim to fame before Dancing with the Stars, I believe, was her last name is Affleck, and she thought she was related to Ben Affleck. And then at some point during the show, they call her parents and are like, is she actually related to Ben Affleck? And they go, no, I don't know where she would have gotten that from. So she's not related to Ben Affleck, but she thought she was. And she's like pushing 30, and she thought she was related to Ben Affleck this whole time. But neither here nor there. And then there's like, truly, I'm not even kidding, there's like 7 or 8 more who don't have names. All they do is like they put on wigs, and I think they put on wigs. They seem like they all have like wigs on at all times, and then they like just take turns going to each other's like benefits, and the benefits like events are like for like dogs with like allergies. You know, it's like
wait, I hate to dig into this Jen Affleck thing.
Yeah, please.
But I believe Affleck is her married name. So how did she think she was related to Ben Affleck if that's the name she took at marriage? Maybe
that's a great question. You might be onto something there. But so there's Jen, and then there's these 8 like other ones who kind of just like are hanging around Utah, like not really doing much, but like having problems with each other and talking about how good of friends they are for like showing up at their friends' events when like the famous ones are no longer going to the events for dogs who sneeze too much. And so that's like kind of like the root of the thing. And then like they'll like go like on a big trip all together, and then like people will have affairs. Oh yeah. And also like the ones who don't have names, they like, oh, it's crazy. Well, just like Mormon, they're like, they're so like stuck in like in their Mormon ways, even though they've all kind of like turned away from most they've turned away from like the Mormon church. So like, but like they're still kind of stuck in the customs of where like they won't like drink, and they won't even like drink like caffeine a lot of the times, and they don't like do any of these things, but they're also like influencers and like fringe celebrities, and they spend a lot of time in California. So like they've like learned all these like weird health hacks where it's like they like take like meth, and then because like someone told them
amphetamines.
And because someone told them like they would like their circadian rhythm would improve by like 8% or something.
No,
and
that's
so like
smart.
they're not drinking, but they're actually doing meth. But like they're also parents, and like they film it all. And so there's all those girls, and I couldn't tell you a single one of their names. Frankly, they don't really matter all that much from like how like from like the grand like scheme of the show, because like it seems like they're the only ones still filming, but they're like falling off because like they've kind of lost like all the big names. Frankie Paul was still a part of it. She was just recently The Bachelorette was supposed to come out yesterday, the first episode, Sunday night.
Yeah.
It got canceled, obviously. We don't have to go into all that. She had this video released of like domestic violence from like years ago, following up her arrest this like the week before The Bachelorette was released of another domestic violence incident. And so like her story's kind of,
I have to apologize to Jen Affleck because I looked it up and you misrepresented the story.
Oh.
The Secret Lives of Mormon Wives star Jen Affleck is not related to actor Ben Affleck, but she initially claimed on the show that her husband, Zach Affleck, was a distant cousin of Ben's. It was a misconception or a running family joke. So I think she just thought that because it was a family joke on her husband's side, it seems to be no fault of her own.
But her fault being that she believed the joke, it seems.
So
yeah, but so like more on Jen. She's kind of. It seems like she's kind of like the mean girl now, and her husband is the worst. Yeah. So they're like mean, and her husband's like super unlikable. But like all the dads, besides I think besides Whitney's husband, because again, Whitney and the husband are kind of off doing their own thing now. They're not doing TikToks of their sick children anymore.
Isn't there one that's like the husband's like clearly just a gay man?
Well, that's Whitney.
Oh, okay.
we won't get into all that.
Okay,
they've worked through all that, so we're gonna let them have that.
Okay. I remember that being like a thing online. That I was like reading it, and I was like, oh, well, why doesn't he like get a divorce?
From what Brittany has told me, my wife, it's much more layered than that. So we let them.
I don't know the details. That's just I'm spreading gossip at this point,
Sure.
which is what the show's about.
Yeah, and that's okay. But okay, so like all of them, from my perspective, they're all messes. And Taylor Paul is like a totally different level of mess. And so I don't even like.
Now, she must be related to Jake and Logan Paul.
Yeah, she must be. It must run in the name
by the Whitney logic.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Jen Affleck logic, but so close. You're getting it. You're getting it.
Who are these people? Wait, can we run this all back? Can you run them down again? Name by name.
There's Whitney, Taylor, Jen, and then the rest of them. And then they all. But so like for the most part, some are divorced, but for the most part, they all still have husbands. All of the husbands, like I said, the women are like crazy in their own right, but like they seem to be like, I don't want to say decent, but like they're not hurting anybody besides themselves. Does that make sense? Like they hurt each other a lot, but like
no harm to anybody else.
They're self-contained.
They're just like, it's just entertainment.
Yeah.
And they just
they're doing it for
embarrass
money.
themselves, I guess.
They're paid handsomely for it. But and the reason why that's important is like all the dads now are like almost like silently, not even silently anymore, but like revolting. And now they all want to like, they want to have like a dad talk now where like they're because they're none of them are the breadwinners anymore. And like, they're all very clearly insecure about that. And so what they do,
kick your feet up.
That's what I'm saying, man. That's they're living the dream. And that's another reason why Whitney's husband is like, everyone likes him, because like he's chilling. He's so happy to be that. He's like he's learning how to do like magic, and that's how he spends his time. You know, he's becoming a magician.
Okay.
How sick is that? So
that is
sick. So, but all the other dads, they're like, they are. Welcome back to Until We Agree. I accidentally just defamed the dad talk. So that's cut out. We had
a lawsuit on our hands if that didn't get cut out. So,
but what is true is like, now that they're like trying to like be their own like reality stars and all this stuff, and like trying to go way above their station as like unlikable people, they're just like having affairs with like other reality stars, and that's like their whole thing. Is like they're going to like what's the thing, Vanderpump Mansion all the time, and just like having affairs.
Okay. That's crazy. I need to get more into this. This sounds fun.
Dude, here's the thing, is it'll probably keep releasing seasons every 3 months for the next 5 years. So you have plenty of time to get caught up. But yeah, so I wanted to shout out our new demographic. I released my first TikTok on the Mormon Wives on @UntilWeAgree on TikTok, and that'll be posted by the time this episode goes live on Tuesday on Instagram as well @UntilWeAgree. So check it out. Give us your feedback on us ranking the Mormon Wives. Tyler will do it next. And yeah, I wanted to talk about that, especially in light of what you wanted to talk about today, because that was kind of like a family thing. We're talking about like families, Mormon families, right? But they're families that are feuding. They're families that are feuding.
That's what I said, though. And so I also saw something online, so I can't take credit for it, but these guys are doing this thing where they have headphones on, or one of them has headphones on, and the other guy is reading him Family Feud topics, and then he has to, without obviously hearing it, just reading the lips, try to answer it. And obviously on Family Feud Fast Money, you're looking for 100 points or 200 points after both people go. But he just wants one. He just needs 1 point. And so
1 point.
So we're trying to get 1 point here. I'm gonna FaceTime Matt. I'm gonna mute him on both Discord that we talk through and FaceTime, so he can't hear me. but you all, the audience, will be able to hear me. And then Matt's gonna mute me on FaceTime as well, so there's no echo, right? And then I'm gonna read him some Family Feud, and we're gonna see how many you can get.
Yes. So all I had to do is mute you on FaceTime, correct?
Yeah.
And we had to get one single point. So, he's calling. You're live on Until We Agree.
Okay, go ahead and mute on FaceTime because now there's a disgusting echo.
Okay, you're muted. Wait, no. Wait, that didn't do anything, right? I had to turn my sound off.
No. You're muted. You're fine. Because I'm muted. I muted myself, and you're muted, so no sound is getting through anywhere except for Discord.
What about phone? What about my phone to my?
What sound could your? So let me ask you this: what sound could your phone be making if I've muted myself?
Oh, yeah.
Right. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and mute, and we'll get this started. So you won't be able to hear me. Matt will be able to see my lips moving.
Yeah.
And so we'll do one at a time, and then I'm gonna type your answers in here so we can keep track of them.
Mm-hmm.
But here we go.
Okay.
Where do kids nowadays spend most of their time?
What? Okay, that was really hard.
Oh, no.
What is the best way to spend your time? Watching TV. I think I saw the word time at the end. Okay.
Tell me something many people do just once a week.
Tell me something people do not like to do. Go to commute. This is really fun.
Name a reason a person might wake up at 2 a.m. in the morning.
I got my computer made a noise. I got distracted. I forgot to read your lips. Can we go again?
Name a reason a person might wake up at 2 in the morning.
That one's so hard. Red. I didn't get a single word that time. That one was tough.
Name something you might eat with a hamburger.
Tell me something you'd eat with a hamburger. French fries.
Name something you haven't done since high school gym class.
Tell me something you would build with blocks. Legos. I think I got the fourth one.
All right, we're back. And
Holy
stick
cow.
around on FaceTime. Oh. Because I thought we could do one more round.
Yeah,
That's
we'll do one
fine.
more round. We'll do one more. Sorry.
Where do kids nowadays spend most of their time? You said TV, which isn't terrible.
Oh, okay.
But
okay.
you definitely you missed because you got the time part.
Yeah.
That's not one though. Because
Okay.
the top answer is room or bed. Second is school. Next is internet. So I didn't get
So
one
I
there.
got 0 points.
0 points there.
Okay.
Tell me something many people do just once a week. You said commute.
Okay.
And so that was obviously way off.
Oh man.
Name a reason a person might wake up at 2 in the morning. You said red.
This one I couldn't get a single word in. I could
said
not read a
red.
single word.
Bathroom is the number one answer. Name something you might eat with a hamburger. You nailed this one. Fries, number one answer at 60. You had 60
Let's
points.
go.
That's nuts.
That's honestly not bad. I might get 200 if we do another round.
We should do another round. See what you can get.
Uh-huh.
But then let's see how many more points you got this round. Because I said name something you haven't done since high school gym class. You said Legos.
Well, not horrible.
It's not on there. It's run a mile will be the number one answer. So let's get back on here.
Oh, that
and
was
let's
so
run
much
that-
fun.
Let's run that one more time here.
Oh, that was so much fun. We'll do you next week. This is awesome.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
So next.
You need to do this. This is so much fun.
Okay, we will.
No, listen to me. You're going to do this.
Okay. I'm going to mute you here now.
Okay.
We asked 100 Americans, how much do you tip for good service? I just got so big.
I think I saw the word where to start. So I'm going to guess a state. California. Oh no. I don't love his reaction.
Close. Tell me something you can buy that costs $1 or less.
Tell me something your mother had a problem with you growing up doing. Staying up too late.
All right. Name a country that speaks Spanish.
Oh.
Does he have it?
French fries. Remember French fries from round one? Remember how good I did with French fries round one?
Let's see. Oh shoot. Give me 1 second.
Oh,
I
okay.
reached my. Oh, this is on Quizlet, and I apparently reached my free limit of flashcards on Quizlet. So I'm gonna sign in real quick. Here we go.
He's gonna use his college account.
All right, we are back in Quizlet. Let me get to. Oh.
This got way harder this round.
Did it? I feel like you've. I don't know. I feel like maybe you're not watching as intently. But we're at the halfway point on this round. All right, we're going. Here we go. Back into it. Name something you're likely to find at a fall harvest fair.
Name something you like to. Name something you like to. Name something you like to do in your off time. Watch TV. Okay, he's nodding. I might have crushed that one.
You did not. Name something that young children memorize.
Name something you do to memorize. Repeat it. Okay. Let's see how I did.
All right.
Oh, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good.
You are? So, number 1. We asked 100 Americans, how much do you tip for good service? You said California.
California, yeah.
California. And number 1 answer, 20%.
Yeah. That's different.
Next, tell me something you can buy that costs $1 or less.
Oh.
You said staying up late. There's fruit. Then we got into the one that you seem to have some trouble on, because I said, name a country that speaks Spanish. You said French fries.
Dude, but
Spain and Mexico were up there.
Yeah, they
right
have to
for
be.
for the taking.
If I would have known the question, I would have said that too, probably.
Yeah, I bet you would. Next, I asked, name something your spouse might get mad at you for doing to. Wait. This is the one. Oh, no. I'm sorry.
I said watch TV.
I didn't read you this one.
Oh.
Because watching TV is on this one.
I
didn't read you this one. This is the one that it got that Quizlet kicked me out of, and so I must have skipped over it thinking that we had already done number 9, but we hadn't done 9.
Okay.
That's on me.
Ooh, interesting.
So
But I feel like
count.
I should get the No, I know. Wow, I feel like I should get the point.
But I literally didn't read you that one. See,
that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You asked me.
You
asked me the 9th question though, and I answered the 9th question.
No, I asked you the 10th question, and you answered that.
But I don't know that. I don't know that. No, I don't know that though.
Well, but you could have still gotten more points from this one. Maybe I'm trying to save you here.
Okay.
Name something you're likely to find at a fall harvest fair. And you said watch TV.
Okay, so wait, did I get more points on that one?
Right, so you got no points on that one because pumpkins was the number 1 answer.
Oh man, it would be pumpkins.
And then this one was close. Like it was in the ballpark. I said name something that young children memorize. You said repeat it, which is a way to memorize.
Yeah.
But the alphabet was number 1.
Yeah, repeated is a bad answer for knowing it was when I saw the word memorize. I kind of freaked out a little bit.
It's all right. It's tough.
I got one though. I'm honestly pretty happy.
You
with
did get one, and you got a lot of points for that one.
Yeah,
so
60 points.
You're good, and if you want the 6 points, I guess from the question that you didn't get asked, I guess that's kind of cool that it lined up that way.
Yeah, no, it's okay.
Okay, yeah, I feel like that's fair.
Yeah. 60 points, and then I'll have one set up for you next week, and then you'll see if you can beat 60.
I absolutely can.
That's fun. That's really fun. That's really tough. What a great find. Thank you for going on the internet today. That was awesome. And speaking of the internet, this podcast is on the internet. You're listening on the internet, unless you're on airplane mode. But that's a different story. That's download. We'll get into that. We can get into that next week, how that works.
That's 1s and 0s.
That's pure binary, and we're not talking that today. But we are talking Q&A because we want you to ask us Q&A questions. We want you, the Rat Pack, to be a part of this show. We love the Rat Pack. We appreciate the Rat Pack. Find us anywhere at Until We Agree. Give us a follow. Give us a like on something. Give us a 5-star review if you haven't already. We would so appreciate that. Thank you so much for listening. Q&A this week. Kim texted me at 4:52 p.m. It's 5:26 p.m. She barely got this one in. But the question today is, POV, you have the stomach flu. That's so you. Which flavor of body armor do you trust to get you through it?
Ooh, what a good question.
Yeah,
Not
not
sponsored,
sponsored, but talk to us, baby.
All right. So if I have the flu, so normally I'm rocking body armor 0, right?
Yeah.
But if you have the flu, you need the calories.
Yeah.
And you need them in liquid form.
Yeah.
So I personally, I'm rocking either the Kobe,
Wait.
rest in peace.
Is body armor 0 for 0 calories, not 0 sugar?
It's for 0 sugar, but there's way less calories in it. There's only
Okay.
25
I'm
calories
there.
to
I'm there.
a
I'm
bottle.
there. Yeah.
But I'm rocking either the Kobe one
Yeah.
or just the classic fruit punch one.
Yeah. My thought is there. I want the one. No, I don't like that flavor though. I was about to say coconut lime because lime is good for your tummy, I think, right? Because you drink Sprite with the stomach flu, I think.
Right, and
But I don't like that
doesn't that get
flavor.
shaken around too?
What, your stomach?
No, like when you put the lime in the coconut or something like that.
Dude, shut up. Honestly, I don't know why it's telling me. Tropical punch is what I'm feeling would be the best for stomach flu. Don't ask me why. It's the one in the yellow bottle. It feels like it has like a tang to it that would be good for you. Because like when you throw up, like it kind of like feels like makes your stomach, your throat feel gross. That one like kind of like has like a sting, like gives you like your throat a sting. And maybe I'm just
the good thing about the flu too is you're gonna taste it twice, so you might as well taste something you really like.
Yeah, that's a great point. I guess I gotta go back to Kobe then, because Kobe's my all-time favorite flavor. Kobe in the yellow, Kobe purple bottle and yellow bottle are my choices. Your purple bottle and red bottle.
Yes,
That's almost that's half an agreement. I'm ready to end this puppy.
Hit it, Hodge.
Oh, thank you for listening.
Welcome to the post-credit scene, faithful listeners. This is the part of the show where Tyler usually does a fun little riff for us.
I got nothing this week, I'll be honest.